B.R. Ambedkar or Baba Saheb Ambedkar was an Indian jurist, economist, politician and social reformer. He is also called the father of Indian constitution, that is the fundamental law of the land. Now let me ask you a question. Who was Baba Saheb's guru or idol? The answer is it was Jyotirao Phule. In this video, we will discuss the philosophy of Jyotirao Phule, his contributions, his literature, and the problem of the caste system in India. Caste system is a fundamental prejudice in our culture and society. It has bifurcated India and its people into hierarchies regarding people of lower castes being different from those of higher castes. Within such rigid hierarchical system, the exploitation of lower castes was predominant practice. Unfortunately, it continues till date. Castes belonging to lowermost varnas, that is the Shudras, have been associated with their design work. Some of their occupations were leatherwork, cleaning waste and rubbish, serving the people of other classes, etc. As a result, the people belonging to the lower caste did not have the same amenities which were provided to the people of higher castes, such as they could not afford education, could not enter religious temples, they could not drink water from the common water sources, and had designated places for their access. The situation was so grave that even eye contact within the people of higher castes was prohibited. Even their shadow was regarded as impure. Now, where does all this understanding originate from? Let us go back into history and understand our ancient literatures. The prevalence of caste system can be traced back to our ancient literature such as the Purusha-sukta in the Rig Veda, which discusses the concept of Varna-Ashram. Varna-Ashram is a fundamental concept of Hinduism. Etymologically speaking, Varna means color or the social standing of the people of the society. As you would know, Varna-Ashram is the idealized four-part division of the society in which the topmost are Brahmins, then the Kshatriyas, then Vaishyas, and lastly the Shudras. People belonging to these varnas are said to possess certain set of characteristics and perform their individual functions in accordance with their dharma. The excerpt from Purusha-sukta, Rig Veda says, the Brahma was his mouth, the Kshatriya was his arms, the Vaishyas were his thighs, and the Shudras sprang from his feet. Without discussing the four idealized divisions of society in detail, let us just briefly touch them. As you would know, Brahman is the topmost level of the Varna-Ashram. The second is the Kshatriyas, which are regarded as the martial class. The third are the Vaishyas, which are regarded as the productive class of the society. And lastly are the Shudras, who belong to the lowermost Varna and are believed to be the artisan class who do the occupation of agriculture and mining. Basically, they serve the other classes. The texts also say that the first three Varnas, Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, are called the twice born, meaning they are allowed to read or study the Vedas. So from this understanding of the hierarchies which existed socially, economically, politically, culturally, etc., we can understand the prevalence of caste system in our society, how rigid and how orthodox it is. One of the most vocal leader of the people of the lower caste was Jyotirao Phule. Born in the year 1827 in Pune, he belonged to a Shudra Varna himself. In 1848, he began his work as India's first social reformer who challenged the prevalent orthodoxy and rigidity of the caste system in India. He challenged the Varna system as Brahmins regarded it to be something which is ordained by God. Brahmins belonged to the superiormost Varna. They argued that since they were the Aryans, they were superior than the others. Phule challenged this particular Aryan theory and said that Aryans were the invaders. They came from outside the subcontinent, somewhere near Iran, and subjugated the true children of the soil, that is, the indigenous people of the land. As a result, Aryans established their dominion in the region and started treating the people they had defeated as inferior to them, or the so called lower caste people. In other words, the caste system is a formed theory by the Aryans in order to rule over the masses and develop a stronger hold over them by exploitation. Phule argued before the invasion of the Aryans, there existed peace and harmony in the land where people of the soil tilled the land and ruled in a just manner. Hence, he rejected the Varna theory altogether as an evil tool devised by the invaders to rule over the land of indigenous people. In short, we can say that he regarded the caste system as a system of selfish bigotry and superstition. So he worked throughout his life in order to unite the people of lower caste and empower them to challenge the caste discrimination. One such way devised by him was the formation of the Satyashodak Samaj. He formed the Satyashodak Samaj, or the Society of the Seekers of the Truth, in 1873. Satyashodak Samaj was open to all people from all religions and castes and classes. The society worked for the upliftment of the people belonging to the lower castes who were marginalized and exploited. He also worked for the upliftment of the status of women. These were some of the social reforms. Now, coming to the religious reforms, the society opposed worshipping of idols, the need of priests, and the supremacy of the priesthood. The message propagated through the society was the idea of well being, unity, equality, non discrimination, happiness, and mutual respect. He also advocated for education of all, including women, which was quite a bold step back then. So, these are some of the social, cultural, and religious reforms which were brought in by the Satyashodak Samaj. Now, coming to the work in literature, some of the famous works by Jyotirao Phule are Tritya Ratna, Gulamgiri, Cultivator's Whipcord, Ishara, etc. The gravity of the reforms by Satyashodak Samaj and the work done by Jyotirao Phule can be best understood by the fact that the movement of caste reform was continued by Ambedkar, Ramaswamy, etc., with the same ideology that was propagated by Phule himself. As Ambedkar quotes, "We now want to go to the tank only to prove, like others, we are also human beings. Hindu society should be reorganized on two main principles, that is, equality and absence of casteism." Question: Satyashodak Samaj was also known as, the correct answer is Satyashodak Samaj, or the Society of the Seekers of the Truth. It was formed by Jyotirao Phule, whereas Brahmo Samaj and Arya Samaj were also two separate Samaj. They also brought social religious reforms. Brahmo Samaj was formed by Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and Arya Samaj, on the other hand, was founded by Dayanand Saraswati in the year 1875.